It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily Community Briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. On today's briefing, we have a statement from the Madison County School District regarding in-person classes, and EKU is starting back to class today. We also have an interview with the new mayor of Ravenna, all upcoming right after these few words from our sponsors. Our sponsors today are Bishop's Small Engine Repair, Affordable Heating and Air, Mountain Adventures, Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, Davis and Powell Funeral Home of Berea, and Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea. Madison County Schools had intended on starting back to in-person classes tomorrow, but it looks like that is not going to happen. We have this statement from the Madison County Schools. It is not our desire to make last-minute decisions or changes to the schedule. However, as information changes and becomes available, changes become necessary. Over the weekend, yesterday, and this morning, we have been in communication with local health officials and reviewed all information available. The following information was weighed heavy on our decision to return to in-person instruction. On Monday, Madison County's new case numbers was the 4th highest in the state. Madison County incident rate was the highest in Central Kentucky region. Over the weekend, we learned our community and regional hospitals are at near capacity and remain such this morning. We received word Sunday evening that we have been assigned a vaccinator by the Kentucky Department for Public Health. This means we'll be receiving our doses of vaccines for employees who requested it in the near future. After weighing this new information, we feel that it is in the best interest of our community to postpone our return to in-person instruction until after our employees have received the first dose of the vaccine. This additional time will allow some additional time for our community's case numbers to decrease, allow some time for our hospitals to recover from the increase in strain, and allow our employees to receive some level of protection from the spread of the virus. We know that it is difficult on families and our staff to adjust to changes in schedules, and we have worked diligently to provide stability in our attendance model. Last-minute changes are tough, and we apologize for the inconvenience. We are awaiting word from our vaccinator as to when our doses will arrive and when we'll be administering the first doses to our employees. As soon as we know more about the timeline, we will share that information with our families. We thank our community for the continued support and patience during this pandemic. So again, Madison County Schools will not be returning to in-person classes tomorrow as originally scheduled. But EKU is back in session today. Eastern Kentucky University has announced that they will be providing free testing and contact tracing for EKU students for COVID-19 in the weeks ahead. EKU says this is particularly important for student population in identifying cases without symptoms or those who might have been unknowingly exposed over the winter break activities or travel. EKU has partnered with Wild Health to offer a free COVID-19 testing for students in the Richmond campus. Testing will take place at the Old Fitness and Wellness Center located at 902 Paul Van Hoos Drive, right next to Roy Kidd Stadium. The drive-through location will be in the employee parking lot on the east side of the building, and the entrance to the indoor testing will be located on the same side of the building. Parking for indoor testing will be in the Van Hoos commuter parking lot directly in front of the Fitness and Wellness Center. Testing will be provided between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Appointments can be made online. Results will be sent by email to each student after your test has been processed. Please note that Wild Health reserves the right to adjust the schedule based on student interest. While not mandatory, EKU says that it is highly encouraged that residential students enrolled for in-person courses, and all students participating in on-campus activities or student employment be tested for COVID-19 prior to or upon their return to campus. Students are urged to continue to schedule testing if they are showing COVID-19 symptoms or have been exposed to someone with COVID-19. These pre-semester screenings are intended for those who are well and seek the confidence or peace of mind of testing. EKU officials want to remind students to take note of the symptoms of COVID-19 and do not attend school, work, or campus activities if they could be sick or have been recently exposed to someone diagnosed with COVID-19 who is considered a close contact. Anyone with suspected illness or exposure is encouraged to continue using the EKU COVID-19 self-monitoring form. For additional information on the Colonel's comeback plan for spring 2021, you can visit staywell.eku.edu. Well, there's a new mayor in Ravenna. Valerie Fletcham took over just recently, but was hit with a bomb of news when it came to the city's finances. Apparently, the city owes a staggering amount of back taxes and fees from previous administrations. To get all the details about how the city will move forward on these debts, a good portion of which are already in collection, the mayor spoke live on air on V99.3 with WBON TV's Loretta McPherson.
Situation as far as the city of Ravenna is concerned. I mean, basically, what are you taking over finance-wise from the previous administration?
Less than 2 weeks in as mayor, we hired a CPA and we got a city attorney. The CPA is doing all our accounts receivable and payable for us, so we turned everything over to her. And last week, at the end of the week, I got a notice, Val, you've got $40,000 in the bank and your 50,000 plus bills are here. I said, when can you see me? She said, come right on over.
Now, are these outstanding bills? I
Yes,
mean, these
ma'am.
are bills that should have been paid. This is something that's outstanding from the previous administration, right?
And not some potentially as long as 4 years ago.
Wow. So these are really old debts.
I have been advised not to say a whole lot, but I have been authorized to say this. At this point, the city of Ravenna in some areas is in collections, and only because of COVID issues and issues from a previous presidential administration that realigned so much in the IRS that it was hard to catch up or train. People got frustrated and left. There's a lot of turnover, I was told by my CPA, and so by the grace of God, you know, not COVID being a grace of God, but we have been given a grace period.
So the wolf is at the door, but he's a little further back.
He's a little
pretty
further
much
back, and the IRS said they would work with our CPA to remove some of the penalties and interest. And they thought it was a great effort on our part to call them instead of waiting on them to contact us. In other words, according to our CPA, we've done everything right to get in the good graces of the government. That's what we want. We want transparency. Every single one of the new council members ran on transparency. This is your tax dollars, folks. This is your city to come home to. Loretta, we don't have the land mass to build a small factory. We don't have the land mass to put in self-sustaining long-term businesses other than what we've got. We have to provide a home for the people that come in there and pay their tax dollars to live there. And that's what we have fallen back on, and that's what we want to improve. But we can't do that if we don't have our finances in order. One of the things I found out, this will be my third point of why I would like to be a mayor, a good mayor. It is amazing. People fuss on paying taxes, but it is amazing at the monies that the state collects, statewide, no big cities excluded. They divvy up that money according to their parameters. We have so much to be thankful for in the state of Kentucky for what they do send us every month or every year. The fire department, the road department, parks and grants. And it's sent by a distribution of all the taxes collected from the whole state
that you pay in.
Yes, all around the state of Kentucky, Louisville, Paducah, Owensboro, not just small cities. If we had that and had our finances cleaned up, oh my goodness, we could make them the best little city in Kentucky, and that's our goal. We've got 2 years to do it, and we're not taking a payroll. I'm not taking a mayor's salary of $300, and the council member are not taking their money of $25 a month for 2 years. So we're dedicated to the people of Ravenna to offer them what they know is there, a good, safe home environment.
Thanks, Loretta, for that story. And as we mentioned a few days ago, the Berea Municipal Utilities are going to resume disconnects starting tomorrow. Beginning January 2021, Berea Municipal Utilities will resume normal utility disconnect schedules. Anyone who is not current with the bill due January 10th, 2021 will be subject to disconnection beginning January 20th, 2021. Late fees have continued to be waived. However, late fees will be reinstated February 2021. If you have additional questions, please call 859-986-4391. And that's just a reminder to those customers in the Berea municipal utilities districts, because those disconnects will continue tomorrow. Now it's time for our first break. We'll be right back on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV right after this.
Davis & Powell does what hundreds of funeral homes do every day. They handle one of the hardest times in your life. What separates Davis & Powell from everyone else is our aftercare. When the service ends, the grieving begins. Davis & Powell is there to help, from keeping your family in our thoughts and prayers to personal phone calls and tips for healthy grieving through our monthly newsletter. Davis & Powell will be there always, not just until the service ends. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. We go the extra mile.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small two-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off Exit 97 in Richmond.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond. Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvine. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvine, or like them on Facebook.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. This briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop service your mower, North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Affordable heating and air for all your heating and air needs. Call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, vegetables, and locally produced meats located at 70 River Drive in Irvine. Well, the Kentucky State Police need your help locating a missing Laurel County man. Kentucky State Police Post 11 is still actively investigating the disappearance of a Laurel County man missing since May of 2019. Casper Burkhart, 58, of Corbin, was last seen at his residence in Corbin Saturday, May the 4th, 2019. Burkhart's wife stated he left with some unknown people and never returned. His wife stated she has not seen or heard from him since. Burkhart is described as a white male, 5'6", roughly 130 pounds, with brown shoulder-length hair. He was last seen wearing blue jeans and a white T-shirt. The case is still under investigation by Trooper Jacob Roberts. Anyone with any information on Mr. Burkhart is urged to contact the Kentucky State Police Post 11. That phone number is 606-878-6622, or they can be reached toll-free at 1-800-222-5555. Well, in Stanton, an alleged drug dealer has been indicted in an overdose death. 35-year-old Brittany Sowers was arrested in Clay City on January 17th in the overdose death that occurred last year. A grand jury indicted Sowers on charges of second-degree manslaughter, trafficking in a controlled substance, and being a persistent felony offender. We've got more vaccine news. A single-dose vaccine introduced by Johnson & Johnson is now being tested at UK Hospital and Baptist Health in Lexington. Nationally, 45,000 will participate in the random, double-blind, placebo-controlled study. If the vaccine is safe and effective, the company is expected to submit an emergency use authorization application to the FDA in February. Good news on the vaccines there. Well, last week, Berea hired Frank Parks as the new head coach of their football program. Parks takes over for Tony DeGregorio, who served only one season at the helm. Last year, the Pirates went 0-8, but the team is only 2 years removed from a resurgence of their program after a 7-win season in 2019. Parks spoke to Michael Watkins on the sports show last night about what enticed him about the Berea job and his plans moving forward for the upcoming season.
Well, first, when I talked to administration early in the process, I thought everything was in alignment as far as where the program wants to go. So I thought that was key. It was vital for me to take another head coaching position. I wanted to make sure that I was aligned with the administration. I also thought Berea had a lot of potential to build a program with success. You have a smaller 1A school in a good location. And I thought, with the right people in place, I thought it actually could be a good job to have and a good place to build and grow the program.
What can you take from what you learned, not only playing for Madison Central, but being a coach there, being a coach at Bryan Station? What can you take that you learned from those positions to what you're going to be doing at Berea?
One of the biggest things, I think, the organization factor. Like when you have such a large school, there's a lot of moving pieces and components. You got to be very organized and prepared for different things. You always got to be able to adapt. So I think with that, coming to a smaller school, just being able to have those organizational skills will help translate into really building a program where we would like for it to go. Because I think, some things that I've learned being a head coach that I've been able to implement for just getting coaches and making sure we all on the same page and making sure you understand how to divvy up some of those things and responsibilities of the coaches and manage those people. So we're not going to treat this like we're a little small 1A school. We're going to run it like we would a top-notch program from, the coaches aspect, the weight room aspect for the kids, and just all the little daily operational things. So that is one of the things I'm really going to focus on. And I think that being at those larger schools will help in the long run.
What can the fans at Berea expect from you as the head coach and expect from your teams?
Well, first and foremost, we're going to play very hard. We're going to have some tempo when it comes to offensively. And we're going to have fun doing it as well. I think a lot of times we forget these are young men. I've been fortunate to have a couple young women on the team too, that we're going to go out there, we're going to play hard, we're going to play every play like it's the last play, and we're going to represent Berea community well.
What do you think is going to be the biggest key for you to build that program over there?
I think consistency. We got to be consistent in everything we do, from starting in the weight room, making sure we getting kids in there working out, getting numbers improved as far as the roster goes. But there's got to be consistency all the way across the board, from the staff to the players to everyone involved. And I think once you can get that consistency, some stability with the coaching staff, then I think the program will start to grow. But we also got to understand it's going to be a process, and there's going to be bumps along the way. But we just got to keep on keeping on and continue to work and be consistent in our habits.
What is the plan, or what does the timeline look like from now through spring football to the time the season starts? What do you really want to see between now and then to get this team ready?
Well, we're going to start in the weight room coming up Wednesday, but I want to see is a consistency. I'm talking about holding each other accountable in the weight room, on and off the field, and really just becoming a close-knit group and buying into what the staff and I put together. Because I think if we can get everyone all in and everyone is consistent about their work habits and that accountability piece, I think we'll be able to get some things accomplished and get on the right track as far as building this program.
Thanks, Michael, for that story, and we wish those Berea Pirates good luck in the upcoming season. Time for our second break. We'll be right back here on WBON TV and 100.7 The Coyote.
Davis & Powell does what hundreds of funeral homes do every day. They handle one of the hardest times in your life. What separates Davis & Powell from everyone else is our aftercare. When the service ends, the grieving begins. Davis & Powell is there to help, from keeping your family in our thoughts and prayers to personal phone calls and tips for healthy grieving through our monthly newsletter. Davis & Powell will be there always, not just until the service ends. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. We go the extra mile.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small two-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off exit 97 in Richmond.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond. Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all of your remodels or fabrication needs. Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea has the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis and Powell Funeral Home. And Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they buy your children's gently worn clothing. We're going to go ahead and get right to the COVID numbers here in the third segment today. Looks like we have another new county in the orange today. Yesterday we were at Lyon and Magoffin County were in the orange, and today we have moved. Lyon still remains in orange at 22.6, down just a little bit from yesterday. They were at 24 yesterday. Today we add Crittenden County to the orange. They took quite a dip yesterday. Yesterday they were at 35.7. Today they're at 14.6. We lost Magoffin County. They are back in the red. Yesterday they were at 24.7. Today at 27. Now we're going to go to Ron with his report in 2 minutes or less.
In Kentucky's latest COVID report, there were 1,998 new cases reported Monday for a state total of 328,668. As of Monday, there are 1,587 hospitalized, 397 in ICU, and 208 on a ventilator. There were also 40 new deaths yesterday. That brings the state total to 3,167. In Madison County, there were 67 new cases for a total of 6,883. In Estill County, 8 new cases were reported yesterday. In Madison County, the health department is starting a waiting list. Marissa Hempel explains how you can sign in.
The Madison County Health Department have opened an online waiting list for those people who would like to get a COVID-19 vaccination at the health department. The health department advised that the vaccine remains in short supply and it may be a long wait of weeks, not hours. To add your name to the list, go to WBON TV's Facebook page to find the link to the health department's portal, where you will then answer 8 questions to put yourself on the waiting list.
For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thank you, Ron, for that report. I'm going to go back to the incidence numbers just for another minute. Yesterday, we reported that Robertson County was reporting 0, and again today they are at 0. We've reached out to Robertson County for a comment, but have not gotten a call back. So we will keep an eye on that. Again, Robertson County is reporting 0, probably just a miscommunication, but we will be checking on that again. Madison County numbers are in again today. We had 52 new cases, with the active cases 1,376, and that brings our daily incidence rate here in Madison County to 74. And just to go over the numbers from the past few days, yesterday was a holiday and we didn't get to those numbers. Friday was 43 new cases, Saturday 51 new cases, Sunday 62 new cases, and then of course yesterday 52 new cases. That is for Madison County. And EKU totals, we have total EKU cases 59, residential students 12, non-residential students 29, 18 employees with 44 active and 15 recovered. I think that's up quite a bit from yesterday. Madison County 6,542, and that is the total county and state cases to date. The state is 300,026 and 675. So I'm sorry, I'll say it one more time. 326,675 for the Kentucky daily confirmed cases. Well, that brings us to the end of another daily community briefing. We'll be back tomorrow with more news stories, crime reports, and of course the COVID numbers. We'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on here locally in Madison and surrounding counties. Don't miss us tomorrow right here on WBON TV and 100.7 The Coyote. I'm Gwendolyn Morton.